compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. De'Aaron Fox out there with Paul, and it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Utah, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler, and it's George in at the 1. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Basket counts.
Chris Paul opportunistic on the inside in that instance.
George against Paul. And George, here we go. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Colin Sexton. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
First free throw is good.
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked, but when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
Fox hits them both. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Now, here's George. He had 35 points last game out. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. We're about 1 minute into the first. Johnson, the pass to Vassell. Johnson sets the screen for Vassell. Over George. Vassell, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
George against Paul. Outside, George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
That free throw, no good.
Well, at 6'4", guys, Keontae George brings both length and athleticism to both guard positions, and you love that on the defensive end, he can guard multiple as well.
And he's good on the second. First quarter of play with about 1.5 minutes gone. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Talked to Will Hardy a little while ago, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here is George. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Jazz, #1.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Down low, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jazz trail by 7. Outside, Markkanen. Going inside, and Markkanen throws it down.
Wow, Lauri Markkanen, that's a ferocious finish.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter, and Fox has it in the corner. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside Collins. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to George. Barnes grabs the miss.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Paul kicks to Vassell. Barnes with it over Collins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the right side. Vassell against Markkanen. And the basket by Vassell.
Now, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Paul against George. Pass to Kessler. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Now Barnes. 17 points in his last outing. Barnes screen on George. Wembanyama against Markkanen. And it's good, 2 points. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
George against Paul. And Will Hardy is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Chris Paul.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
Jordan Clarkson is a professional scorer. He is ready to rise and fire on the catch.
Barnes outside. Wesley up top. Barnes passes to Wesley. Back to Barnes. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. And Markkanen throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And it's Wesley missing. Jazz trail by 5. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Jazz. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
San Antonio leading by 5. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Fox passes to Barnes. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, the perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Clarkson passes to Hendricks. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
They've got Clarkson. Collier out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. 5 on the clock. Here's Filipowski. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
They set the pick. Inside, here's Castle. Pass to Wesley. And here is Barnes. Wembanyama outside for 3. Oh, 3-ball. Wembanyama. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Here's Fox following the bucket by the Jazz. Pass to Castle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Known for his strong defense, Castle is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Castle. Both good from the line that time. Jazz trail by 8. Clarkson surveying the floor. Pass to Hendricks. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's improved his ability to run the offense. How about that pass, guys?
Here's Wesley. Still yet to score. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Off target with his 3. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. They trail by 6. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Now, here's Clarkson. Here's Filipowski. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Castle. He's covered by Clarkson. Barnes outside. Fires for 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Yeah, spot-up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
If you see yourself on the big screen.
Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. In third, the Jazz.
Well, they made a huge commitment to rebounding last year, and it showed in the numbers. They were spectacular.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Paul following the three-pointer by Utah. Pass to Johnson. Stolen by Collins. To the paint. Here's Collier. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead. And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
So it's the Jazz now, following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. Clarkson finds Collins. Clarkson against Fox. To the inside. 4 on the shot clock. Kessler passes to Collins. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wembanyama, a screen. That's a 2 from Paul. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Collins, a screen on Paul. 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs leading by 6. Over to the left wing. And the 3 ball is good. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Fox, no good. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to the Trail Blazers. Here's Clarkson. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Fox against Clarkson. Here's Castle. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trail by 9. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Clarkson has always had the ability to find teammates. That's a pretty pass.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. San Antonio's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is 1 of 1. Hey, thank you for the report. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Collier. Offensive rebound. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the half. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off on the Wayne Johnson. Missed inside.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's San Antonio up 9. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do for the Utah Jazz.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
Aim for the middle one. At least that's what I've been told. And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. A question here from astronaut Ari, who asks, is it okay to eat sushi you bought? That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Johnson and Wembanyama make up a 4 in the 5. De'Aaron Fox out there with Paul, and it's Castle in at the 3.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Wembanyama down low, defended by George. Yes, that goes in.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Sexton kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
And you got to be cautious when you're guarding Wembanyama. At his size, he attracts a lot of fouls.
The Spurs shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
And the second free throw, good. George with the ball. He's got 5. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Markkanen. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Oh, you can see Markkanen's touch right there. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. The guy is a 3-level scorer.
The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. Wembanyama down low. Working on Kessler. And it's sent back by Kessler. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. It's good from long range. Markkanen's got 11.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that 3-point shooting ability.
On the wing, Johnson. Wembanyama, a screen on Collins. Paul passes to Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Sexton slams it in.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Now here's Paul. He has 7. Wembanyama. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Spurs second.
Well, you have to like the way they moved the ball last season. Guys were passing it around unselfishly. That was reflected in their assist totals.
Pass to Markkanen. The 3-ball. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Now here's Paul. Johnson left side. Now Wembanyama. Launches it. Oh, Wembanyama answers right back.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
George passes to Collins. The open look here for Sexton. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Spurs leading by 5. Johnson right side. From deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Sexton. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Markkanen's got space. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by George.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
Paul against George. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 9.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
George against Paul. And taken away by Paul. All alone. And the layup is good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Back to George. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Filipowski, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Keontae George. .122 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And he bangs it home with one hand.
It's not just the decision-making, it's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
Now here's Paul. He's got 11. Wembanyama, a screen on Clarkson. Fox finds Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Clarkson. Kessler setting the pick for Clarkson. Offline with his 3.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Now here's Johnson. Fires the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Filipowski. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. San Antonio leading by 10. Now here's Vassell. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Sexton. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. They've got Filipowski. Collier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Paul passes to Vassell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Vassell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Filipowski. Clarkson outside. Driving in. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Al Paul, after Jordan Clarkson missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Collier. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Fader on the way. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Spurs leading by 14. Vassell outside. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Rocking that rim. Keldon Johnson, a big physical wing.
Jazz have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Wembanyama with it. And that one drops. Wembanyama's got 12 points here in the second half.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Filipowski over Wembanyama. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson, the pass to Paul. Vassell outside. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Fox. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Clarkson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
And it's Paul with the ball for San Antonio. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Johnson from downtown. Outside, Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Jazz trail by 19. Now Clarkson, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. Paul surveying the floor. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Clarkson. Beyond the arc. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Johnson outside. Paul outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Luke passes to Hendricks, and he jams it with authority.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now, here's Vassell. Wembanyama, that's for 2. And nothing is falling for him right now. Jazz trail by 12. Here's Clarkson. Rebound by Johnson. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Ends up going with the new group. Spurs also with the sub. Wesley's checked in. Collins a screen on Wesley. George passes to Sexton. The Jazz with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here is Johnson. 1:07 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And it's sent back by Kessler.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for San Antonio.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate. And that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Kenyon Martin Jr. Juzang.
Deep 2 from Clarkson. A rebound by the Spurs. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And he lobs it up toward the rim and finished off by Martin.
Martin Jr. Assist 5.
And the Spurs with possession, leading by 12. And the basket by Johnson.
Johnson. Assist goes to Wesley.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony,